Welcome to Edulution 2.0. Edulution was originally created as an answer to the COVID-19 pandemic when the world went remote and students lost their opportunity to be in the classroom. To help prevent students from falling behind, Edulution filled the gap for those who didn't have Wi-Fi or technology. Edulution has supported the community for over 2 years, filling the educational divide through equity and access, ensuring that all students have a fair chance to learn and succeed in life. Our host is Ms. Pia Rosa, a Bronx-born and raised educator with a heart for her community. Let's start the show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Bronx Edulution. I'm your host Pia Rosa, and I'm so glad that you can make it here today with me. Are you ready to get started?
Have you ever found yourself at the store trying to decide which items to buy for the best price? Thankfully, calculating unit rate can help you decide. Let's learn how.
So I need peanut butter, oats, and maple syrup for this amazing recipe that we're gonna make tonight. I gotta find the maple syrup right now. How am I gonna know what the better price is for the amount of ounces in each of these syrups? How am I gonna figure that out? I don't know, but I wish there was a way to figure that out.
Let's head to the bodega to pick up some syrup. That's right, we're going to head to the bodega and we're going to talk about unit rate. No, that's not what we came here for. Put those back. We're here for one specific reason, and that's to pick up maple syrup and figure out which one is the best buy. So, as we saw in the video, Mr. Margalis was presented with two different sizes of syrup. Well, we're going to figure out which one was the better deal. How can we do that? Let's think back. We can always set up a table whenever we're talking about finding the unit rate. We just have to remember that we set up a column for what we have. And in this case, it's going to be cost in one column and size in the other. We set up our ratio because that's what we have here available to us. $4.39 for 12 ounces. But my goal is to figure out how much it costs per 1 ounce. So operationally speaking, I can divide 12 by 12 to get 1. That's how I can get from 12 to 1. Now, when dealing with the ratio, just like with the fraction, what operation I perform on one number, I have to perform on the other. And so in this case, I'm going to need to divide $4.39 by 12. And when I do that, I come up with a number that includes decimals and some numbers. In this case, I have 0.365. Remember, money is only 2 place values to the right of the decimal. So I need to look one more place to the right and see if do I need to round up or round down? In this case, because it's a 5, I know I need to round up. And so I now know that the 12-ounce bottle of syrup costs 37 cents per 1 ounce. Let's think about it. If you're in the bodega, you may not have a table handy, but you can have a calculator or you can use your cell phone. And if you put in $4.39 divided by 12, you would come up with that decimal and you'll know that you should round it to 37 cents. Now, let's look at 8-ounce bottle. We're going to set up a table identical. We're just going to put in the new information, $3.29 to 8 ounces. But how am I going to get from 8 to 1? You've got it, divide. I can divide 8 by 8 to get me to 1. And as with the strategy that we know when we're dealing with ratios, what I do to one number, I have to do to the other. So $3.29 divided by 8, going to get 0.411 in some numbers. But then again, have to remember place value. When it comes to money, it's only 2 to the right. So look to the third number, it's a 1. So I am going to round down where it's 41 cents. I can now also put that into the calculator or my cell phone if I have it with me, $3.29 divided by 8 to come up with the 41 cents. I'm now able to compare which one is the better buy. I have the 12-ounce bottle at 37 cents per ounce, and I have the 8-ounce bottle at 41 cents. So the 12-ounce syrup that costs $4.39 is the better buy, even though it's more expensive, because for 1 ounce or per each ounce, it's cheaper. So that is the better deal. I cannot wait, and I know you can't wait to get those ingredients so that you can get to your snack.
I'm here trying to buy some really delicious treats for some peanut butter, oats, and maple syrup for my delicious peanut butter bars that I'm making. I need to find out, which peanut butter should I buy? I'm not really sure about which one I should buy. Here's the Jif peanut butter. It's $6.29. Let me come over here and take a look at the Super Chunk Skippy, everyone's favorite. And that says it's $2.79. Which one should I buy? I don't know. So hopefully someone can help me figure this out.
Earlier in our video, we went to the bodega and found the price of 2 different syrups and calculated the unit rate to find out which was a better price. Now, let's go to the grocery store and check out the price of peanut butter. So while we were at the store, we were comparing Jif and Skippy. We found that Jif peanut butter was $6.29 for a 2.5-pound jar, and Skippy was $2.79 for a 1-pound jar. Which one should we buy? To do this, we need to figure out which one is the best price. So let's set up a ratio. As you can see here, we have a ratio set up. And what a ratio is a comparison of 2 different numbers or items. So here we are comparing money, or our price, to the weight or the amount in pounds. So we know that the Jif is $6.29 for 2.5 pounds. What we want to find is how much it costs for 1, because a unit rate is always out of 1. So to get from 2.5 to 1, we divide by 2.5. 2.5 divided by 2.5 equals 1. Whatever we do to the bottom with a ratio, we need to do to the top. So now we take our $6.29 and divide it by 2.5, and we get $2.52. This means that it costs $2.52 for 1 pound of Jif peanut butter. Let's take a look at Skippy. Skippy, we know, is $2.79 for 1 pound. So they already gave us our unit rate here. So we know that 1 pound is $2.79. Which is the best deal or price? The winner is Jif. The reason why Jif is a better price, even though it costs more money for the jar we looked at, is because it's less money per pound. Jif was $2.52 per pound, while Skippy was $2.79 per pound. So although the Jiffy jar is more expensive, it's less money per pound, which means that the Jif is a better deal.
For more information on unit rates and unit prices, and to practice what you learned today, you can use the web link below or use the QR code to access practice problems.
Hello, my name is Mr. McGuire, and I teach math at Paul L. Dunbar Middle School, located in the Morsania section of the Bronx.
Hi, my name is Lauren Leslie, and I work at MS337 in the Soundview area of the Bronx in District 8.
My name is Miss Carrington. I'm a teacher leader, a peer collaborative teacher, and I'm currently working at the Bronx Math Preparatory in Castle Hill in the Bronx.
Hi, my name is Rob Hemstreet, and I teach at MS337 in the Soundview area of the Bronx in District 8.
Marissa Bailey, Bronx Academy for Multimedia, District 8 in Hunts Point.
My name is Caitlin Wisser. I work in District 8 in the Soundview section of the Bronx at MS337.
And I'm Elon Shai, SPED teacher at PS MS 280 in the Norwood section of the Bronx, District 10.
Where do you see yourself in the future? What do you want to be? Growing up, I knew that I've always wanted to work in education because I love children and I love to teach children as well.
Hello boys and girls, today we're going to be looking at text structures. Builders can use different kinds of structures to build different things. A skyscraper, for example, is a different kind of structure for a house. Just like a builder, writers use different structures to build their ideas. Each structure communicates ideas in a different way. What is a text structure? Text structure refers to how the information within a text is organized. This strategy helps readers understand that a text might present a main idea, and details, a cause, and then its effect, and or different views of a topic. There are different types of text structures. These are chronological order, cause and effect, problem solution, description, and a compare and contrast. Now, today we're going to be focusing on one of these types, and this is chronological order. Chronological order is also called sequence or time order. Authors use chronological order to explain how things happen in order. Here's an example below. What is chronological order? You see Jane or Jamie. At the beginning, she bought the pie ingredients. In the middle, Jamie baked the pie. And in the end, she ate the pie. Also remember that chrono, from chronological order, means time. Logic means order. So here's another example. You woke up late, you got ready, you then rode your bike to school, and of course you saw people outside. Now, how do you know a text is in chronological order? There are some things we call signal words. You will know that you're reading a text in chronological order because you will see words like first, next, later, then, and finally. Additionally, authors may also use words such as meanwhile and simultaneously to signal that two or more events happened at the same time. The author may also include dates and other information about time called time indicators to help readers understand the relationship between the events in the text. Here's a quick review. Now, can you list 4 examples of time order words that writers may use in his or her text? Here are the responses. Now, if you guessed these, then you'll be correct. Here are some examples of time order words that we discussed earlier. First, second, next, then. Now, where do you usually find chronological order? You will often see chronological order in directions. For example, have you ever made macaroni and cheese? It's simple. First, boil some water and make some macaroni. Then, make your cheese sauce. After the cheese sauce is ready, mix it in with the macaroni. Bake the entire thing in the oven, and finally, it's time to eat. You will also find chronological order in biographies. Here's an example. Walt Disney was born December 5, 1951 in Chicago. His family then moved to Missouri, spent his childhood there. He attended McKinley High School in Chicago. Then in 1918, he joined the Red Cross and was sent to France. He returned to pursue career in commercial arts. Then he had a recognition in Hollywood for Alice comedies. In 1925, he married Lillian Bounce. In 1932, his first color cartoon, Flowers and Trees, won an Academy Award. Now, how do you know that this is in chronological order? You see the dates and the years there, and that's how you know it's chronologically written. Which text is written in chronological order? Pennsylvania has many historic sites. You can visit Revolutionary War sites like Valley Forge. You can also visit important locations from the Civil War like Gettysburg. Finally, you can also see the site of the first oil well in Titusville. Pennsylvania has many neat places to visit. Through the ages, Pennsylvania has seen many interesting events. The state was founded in 1681 by William Penn. Later, Pennsylvania was the site of important Revolutionary War battles. After that, Pennsylvania was home to new factories during the Industrial Revolution. Today, Pennsylvania continues to make history. Now, this is a paragraph written in chronological order. Through the ages, Pennsylvania has seen many interesting events. The state was founded in 1681 by William Penn. Later, Pennsylvania was the site of important Revolutionary War battles. After that, Pennsylvania was home to new factories during the Industrial Revolution. Today, Pennsylvania continues to make history. Now, if this is a paragraph written in chronological order, can you find the clues that show this order? Correct. These are the clues. Through the ages, 1681, later, after that, and today. Here's another example of a chronological paragraph. This is called the life of a star. The life and death of a star begins somewhere in space. Astronomers claim that a star begins as a cloud of hydrogen and helium. As the cloud moves about it, collects bits of dust and more floating gases. Then the cloud begins to warm as more dust and gases are pulled into it. After a long period of time, as the cloud becomes denser, heat and friction cause the atoms to explode. That is how a star is born. The star will burn for about 10 billion years as it radiates heat and energy. When the hydrogen begins to burn out, the star becomes even larger. At this stage, it gives off a lot of light but not much energy. The star now may continue to burn brightly but dies when it runs out of the hydrogen. This is the life cycle of a star. Now here's an example of the clue words or phrases that shows that this is written in chronological order. You'll see them highlighted here. The life and death of a star begins somewhere in space. Then, after a long period of time, as the cloud becomes denser, heat and friction cause the atoms to explode. At this stage, may continue, but dies when it runs out of hydrogen. Now remember, boys and girls, chronological order is divided in, the word chronological is divided in two things. Chrono meaning time and logic meaning order. Remember, events are told in the order they occurred. See you next time. Thanks for watching.
I grew up in the Bronx, and my dad was a coordinator at a NYCHA housing community center. So he was his title was the site coordinator, and he ran an after school program, a senior program, and then a day camp, and a ton of other programs. So I used to get to tag along with my dad to work all the time. And I just used to see how he used to manage the place and how he loved on the children and just constantly tried to provide different opportunities for children of the community. It wasn't until recently when I started realizing that I was kind of following in my dad's footsteps, because then when I entered like my teenage years, that's when I started doing after school. I was volunteering at my dad's center, and then once I got old enough, I started doing summer day camps and like after school programs. And in the Bronx, I started in NYCHA, and then I did the Norwood Beacon program, which is in the Mushuku Parkway section of the Bronx. And I just kept doing it. And then next thing you know, I'm graduating high school and in college. And then I just decided to make that my major.
Hello, boys and girls. Today we will be reading If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, written by Laura Numeroff and illustrated by Felicia Bond. If you give a mouse a cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he will probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. Then he will want to look in the mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks into the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim, so he'll probably ask for a pair of nail and scissors. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he will probably want to ask to take a nap. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, He will make himself comfortable and fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited. He'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. When the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name with a pen. Then he'll want to hang his picture on your refrigerator, which means he will need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that he's thirsty. So he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie with it. The end. Always remember, if you give a mouse a cookie, you must give him some milk as well.
Hey friends, thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Bronx Edulution, a place where we can have fun while learning. Friends, you don't have to wait for a new year to create new goals. Every day is a new opportunity to try something new and be great at it.
The Bronx Edulution. We are Bronx Strong.